Geez. Yeah, here we go. Had to get this one going. Dave Ramsey, you're wrong. You are not correct about your belief with mobile homes. Okay, I said it. There, I said it. No, this is not a clickbait title on the video. I want everyone to watch this all the way through so that you can realize that not only is he incorrect, but he has really no idea what he's talking about when it comes to mobile homes. Now, I'm a huge proponent, as a lot of people I know on this channel are, of Mr. Ramsey and what he says, but Dave, buddy old pal, you're not correct with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into it, folks. If you haven't become a part of the channel yet or a part of the family, please do so. Hit that subscribe button to the channel below so that you're up to speed with everything that's going on here with the mobile home dealer. I've got a bunch of how-to videos coming up that we're just going through production this week on, as well as a couple of really nice properties in the area that are going to come up and they're going to move very, very quickly. So stay tuned on that, as well as all of the content that we provide you so that you are as best informed as you can be by listening to the truth and not all the talking heads about mobile homes and manufactured homes and how this whole thing works. So with that being said, if you got about 5 minutes, we'll jump right into it real fast, and I'll kind of dismantle that gentleman's belief that all mobile homes are bad. In fact, it was recently stated that all mobile homes sink like a rock. Nope, not true. I'm sorry for the dramatic pause there, but it just is not accurate. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and why Dave is wrong with believing that all mobile homes are bad and all mobile homes are terrible investments. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of misinformation in the mobile home space or the manufactured home space, depending on what kind of home you're buying. And we're going to just go ahead and go through with it real quick so that you can have an idea about what the manufactured or the mobile home does provide for you, and so that you can make a better decision on if it's going to be a good decision for you and your family financially. Before we get started, let's go ahead and run through the basics of this. Okay, for all you folks who are new to the channel, we have to make sure that we're all on the same page. We all have the same education before we get started on this. Okay, because this is kind of a bold statement saying that someone who's so popular is wrong. Okay, so let me go through it. When you buy a mobile home, you can buy it one of three ways. Okay, let's do a quick review. You can buy a mobile home out in the country, out on its own land. Okay, you can buy a mobile home in a park where you buy the house and then you also buy the land, or you get what's called a share. And you can also buy a mobile home where you buy the mobile home and you pay lot rent. Okay, so you don't own the land, but you're paying a fee each month to the park for usage of that land. Okay, so those are the three ways that you can buy it. It's up to you on which way you want to do it, but those are the three ways. Okay, now let's go through each one of them. Seeing as that we're trying to debunk the fact that all mobile homes are bad. The first one up, if you're going to buy a mobile home on land, okay, so you actually go out in the country, you have some acreage or something like that, you want to go and buy a piece of ground and get the permits on it for a manufactured home, and you put one on there, okay? In that situation, the land comes with the home, right? Obviously, all right, there's the fantastic one-liner of the day. In that situation, that's real estate. That's real estate because the home is coming with the property, okay? So in that situation, there's no real difference when it comes to finding a mortgage or any type of financing or any of the sort when it between that and a single family home, or between that and a condominium, between that and a townhome. It's all the same deal, okay? Because you have a mobile home on land, that is now real estate. So when we're talking about that all mobile homes are bad and they all sink like a rock, well, if that was true, then I guess all real estate would sink like a rock. And that's not exactly true with how everything works in the economy, okay? So the second thing is going to be where you buy the mobile home and then you buy the land in it, you're in a park, okay? So you can buy the land a couple of different ways. You physically buy the land, or you physically buy a share. You have to contact the park manager, the park owner, to decide exactly how that park works. But in that situation, okay, if you own the land and you own the house, now we're back to real estate. Only you have decided to do that within a park. So it's more of like a community or a neighborhood. Again, back to real estate, back to mortgages, back to traditional financing options. If you go option 3 and you buy a mobile home in a park where you're buying the house and you're paying lot rent, okay, well, now we're not buying real estate, folks. As you've seen in the other videos that we've shot on the channel, now we're buying what's called personal property. So with personal property, where you buy the house and you pay lot rent, then that is going to mean that you have a title with the property ownership and not a deed. So if that sounds exactly like a car, it is. It's essentially a car that you sleep in. okay? When it comes down to that from tax purposes, all right? Obviously, it's a beautiful home. You make it your home, you make it yours, et cetera, et cetera. But from a pure paperwork standpoint, it's exactly the same way as a title for a car is done. So when we're talking about that all mobile homes are bad, it's just not right. It's just simply incorrect. And it's honestly, it's this uneducated talking, because it's assuming that every home is going to go down. Well, if you have the property as its value, it's not going to go down. Okay, whether you have the property with it out in the country or the property with it in a mobile home park where you buy the house and you buy the land, it's not going to go down. Or if it does go down, everything is going to go down along with it, along with single family real estate. Again, because when you buy the mobile home and you buy the land, then all of a sudden you're in a real estate transaction, not a personal property transaction. So that begs the question, is it a good option to buy a mobile home on leased land? Well, I would think so. Here's why. Affordability. Okay, they're going to be by far the most affordable houses out in the market. Because if you buy the land with it, you have a whole nother price on top of the house, okay? With a mobile home in a park where you're paying lot rent, then you have a much, much, much lower purchase price on the front end than if you buy the house and land. Okay, so I hear the question, well, Mark, what happens if you do that and the prices of the homes fall? Well, okay, if they fall, then they're all going to fall. All real estate will fall. Right now, all real estate, within reason, is going up. So the prices of mobile homes are going up. It's just like at the beginning of the pandemic when everything was going down. Prices on mobile homes were going down. So it kind of runs side by side with it. It's not, in its own little world. It kind of runs side by side along with it, okay? So we need to fully understand that. Now, I understand the next objection. Well, Mark, what about lot rent, right? The third option where you buy the house and you pay lot rent. Aren't you just throwing money away? Okay, well, let's talk about that then. To debunk that belief and the fact that that is not a bad investment, let's compare an average lot rent to that of an average apartment rent. An average apartment rent for where our office is for a 2-bed, 2-bath, ballpark well over $1,000. You're hugging $2,000 real easy, okay? And that $2,000 or the estimated $2,000, that's not going to include to your door parking. More times than not, it's probably not going to include laundry inside the unit. Okay, you're gonna have to go to a laundry house, laundromat, community center, that type of thing. And when you move out of the apartment, you're not going to have anything tangible to take to the market to sell. So the money from the apartment rent, you have nothing in your pocket. Okay, so if you paid $2,000 a month, you live there for a year, then that $20,000+ is going to kind of fly away. If you did that with lot rent, you still have the house because most mobile homes on leased lands are cash purchases. So that means you are going to be able to take the house and go sell the house to recoup the costs. Okay, if you buy in a down economy and you buy the house super cheap, or you buy it in an upwards economy or upwards housing trend, and you update it, maybe you find the right buyer, you could easily make a pretty good amount of money on that too. So let's not throw that and just dismiss it that it's a bad idea. Again, most lot rents are going to be somewhere between well under $1,000. Sometimes they'll go north of $1,000, but generally speaking, somewhere between, I think the national average right now is about $742, whereas the average 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment is well over $1,500. So you're looking at about half the price of the apartment rent, and then when you go to sell the house, you still have that property because you own it in cash to go and sell. Is that a bad investment? Dave, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. So when we're talking about all those items, we need to look at what exactly are we talking about. Mobile home on leased land, okay? Compare it renting versus owning. Mobile home in a park where you own the house and you own the land, it's real estate, Dave. Mobile home out in the country where you own it 5 acres and got cattle walking around you, it's real estate, Dave. So if you are flying the flag of real estate, saying real estate is the best way to go and mobile homes are not, it's just not accurate. It's just not accurate. So the goal of this video is not to slam Dave Ramsey. I think he's fantastic. I think he has helped quite a few people out there. But the point of this is for you as a mobile home buyer or a seller to really understand what exactly a mobile home is, what it is not, and all the different classes from a financing standpoint that they qualify for. So that you don't just all of a sudden say, oh, well, Dave Ramsey or Bob Jones or Billy Squire or whoever else says it's a bad investment, so it's just going to be a bad investment. No, 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 folks. One of the biggest points and one of the biggest driving forces of us continuing to put out educational content on this channel is so that you have all the information. We just bring it to you on a silver platter through all of our experience in the industry, and then we leave it up to you to make your decision. So, with that being said, what do you guys think? Are mobile homes all bad investments? Drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. Let us know your experience, what area of the country you're in, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this video. This is Mark Kaiser with the Mobile Home Dealer. We'll see y'all on the next one.